Hey everyone, this is Mel from Cardstock Concoctions. Welcome back to another project here today. Today we are going to be making an egg wrap, and this egg wrap is actually designed to go around an Easter egg. So this egg wrap does slide off your Easter eggs real nice and easy, and they are very quick to make. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to set this egg over here. Now, I would suggest putting these around hard-boiled eggs, not non-boiled eggs. Just a thing. All right, the first thing we are going to need is I grabbed a piece of watercolor paper, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 inch squared, to give you guys plenty of space. Now, I am going to be using the chick from the Honeycomb Happiness stamp set. This was a celebration stamp set a couple of years ago. I just love this little chick, and that's what I'm using. Grab your StazOn ink. If you guys are using a different stamp, and I would strongly suggest making it rubber. If you try to use StazOn ink on photopolymer, your ink, whether you use the StazOn ink remover or not, will be permanently stained black, just to let you know. So make sure that you guys are okay with that. So try to use rubber, otherwise it's gonna be permanently stained black. Now, if you guys overlap something, not a big deal. We're gonna be cutting it out. So I'm just gonna go straight down. Nice, firm pressure. Now, I strongly suggest StazOn. It doesn't bleed. Memento will bleed a little bit, especially with light colors. Just to let you guys know. Straight up. Excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. All right. I just love this chick. I think he's so cute. My first example here was actually watercolored in Delightful Dijon. I put some in my lid, added quite, I mixed it up with a decent amount of water, and then I tried to, spread it on. So this is actually Delightful Dijon. I'm actually going to try So Saffron. Maybe I don't have to dilute it quite as much. I did find with how much I had to dilute with my Delightful Dijon that I wound up kind of going out of the lines, which wasn't too big of a deal since I was cutting it out. There we go. Grab yourself a watercolor pen. Make sure there's some water in it. Something I haven't tried yet would be the colored pencils. I use the colored pencil for the beak, but I have not actually done it for the rest of the chick. Now, I always like to make part of the chick a little bit darker than the rest. I don't really know why. My first one, it was his head and side. This time it's going to be his bottom and his side, I think. I don't know why. I kind of like the differentiation in color as I kind of do things. I'm going to make that side just a little bit darker. So as you guys can tell, I did make one side of the chick darker than the other. So I made this side much darker, and I wanted him to have a little bit of a dark patch up there. And yes, I did that intentionally. I didn't do that unintentionally. When you're done, grab your paper towel. Just run your watercolor brush right over there. So I'm gonna get that in camera. Just go like this, back and forth. Cleans your brush. I will tell you, if you are using the Archival Black, Memento Black, StazOn Black, or the Archival Gray, Basic Gray from Stampin' Up, you are going to color the tip of your watercolor pen. That's okay. It doesn't bleed. It just stains. Just to let you guys know. So this is my So Saffron version, which actually turned out to be much darker than my Delightful Dijon version. Huh, kind of strange. And because I used more water, you guys can see it's kind of bleeding off to the side here just a little bit. I'm not too worried about that because guess what? I'm cutting it out, so it doesn't matter. I grabbed some Tempting Turquoise, lovely cardstock here. You're going to want a piece that's about 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. I grabbed my 2 3/8 inch circle punch. This is a retired punch, just to let everybody know. However, the scalloped circles work the same way. All right, punched that out. I am grabbing my 2-inch circle punch. Again, retired. You know what? I actually already have one cut out. Cut that out. The paper that I'm using is Perfectly Artistic Designer Series paper. It was a celebration paper 3 years ago, 4 years ago now. I'm just going to use some snail to attach these two together, like so. I also went into my Perfectly Artistic Designer Series paper. This is actually So Saffron, and I have a piece that measures 1/2 inch by 3 3/4 inches. And you're going to be surprised at how much it actually takes to go around an egg. And mine aren't even the biggest eggs in the world. I use a grade A large egg, not even an extra large egg. So that's why I suggested 5 3/4 inches. I'm using a glue dot. I found a glue dot to be efficient and fast. Grab your egg. Again, I strongly suggest using hard-boiled eggs, not what I'm using. Just wrap it around, stick it down. All right, I have a little holder here that I keep sticking my egg in. It's actually kind of nice. It's a roll of foam tape actually. And it works great as an actual egg holder, so it's kind of funny. My last thing I'm gonna do is I have my watercolor pencils. The watercolor pencils from Stampin' Up. I grabbed the pumpkin pie pencil, which is number 3. I did go ahead and I did color in his little beak. I found that I liked the color pencil a little bit more than I liked the marker. I did try the marker. I'm just kind of going to go back over that with just a little bit of water. I forgot that stage. Just to kind of blend it a little bit more. You guys can see here, I did try multiple versions of this thing before I got to the one that I'm showing you today. And then I do what's called the rough cutout, or what I call the rough cutout. Now I go around him. I am not cutting it. I'm not cutting out around his feet. I cut off his feet, just to let you guys know. If you guys want to use like a 3/4 inch circle punch, or you guys want to make this even bigger and use the 2 inch circle punch on the little bird, I say go for it. But I wanted something fast and easy. I don't cut out the tail feathers. I don't cut them off, but I don't cut them out either. You guys can see here, I'm just kind of going around the outline. I'm not 100%. Don't worry about the little chicky hairs, the little chick's hairs right there. Just kind of round those off as well. And I'm done. And I do that because it makes it so much faster. And yes, I do repeat, faster. I then take 2 dimensionals, placing them on the back of the chick. My dog heard chicken. He's like, ooh, I want a chicken. So he's up here. He's like, wait, what's going on? Let's see if I can get the back of the dimensionals off today. Go ahead and stick that in the center. And I'm going to put one more on my actual egg itself. Now I put it on the band of the egg just so that it's easier for me to stick stuff down. And there we go. So we have our 2 really, sorry, Jay. Our 2 really cute egg wraps. These are also really great for silverware. If you guys wanted to decorate your silverware, if you guys want to roll up your silverware for Easter dinner, these would be perfect for that as well. You might need just a little bit shorter or longer, depending on how thick it is, wrap. So I hope you guys enjoyed our really quick egg wrap Easter project. And I hope you guys come back and join me again. If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead, and give it a thumbs up. If you guys would like to see more videos like this, please go ahead and subscribe. This is Mel from Cardstock Concoctions saying thanks for visiting, and I will see you next time. Bye.